Hey guys, it's me Urzaban, just responding to a challenge I got called out on by a couple people. But before I get to that, let me just tell you I've been very hard working on trying to get native HD recording to work for my PS3, which anyone who's done it or anyone who's tried to do it knows getting from not being able to record in HD native to native HD recording is like pulling teeth because of the system encryption. But I think I've finally gotten it. So just let me know if I've gotten it or not. Just let me know if there's any problems, if it looks like crap, or if you think it looks great. Just so I can know whether I'm at the beginning of my journey or at the end of this journey, because I'm going to get it. I've devoted so much fucking time into doing it to where I'm going to get it done. Just let me know where I'm at. With that little side note done, let's go ahead and move on to the main focus of this video. I got called out to do the hashtag person behind the games challenge. Why does it have to have a hashtag? Like, really, that just sounds so gimmicky. Why not just have person behind the games challenge or the person behind the games challenge, not hashtag? You know what? Whatever. I'm not going to deliberate this right now. But anyway, this was a challenge I got called out to do by 40 Splish Splash, which I just started talking to 40 Splish Splash, and my opinion of him so far is that he's a really nice Swedish guy, and I'm very humbled that he enjoys my channel and that he considers me an equal and a friend as far as a content creator goes, because there's a giant age gap between us, and the fact that he sees me as an equal and there's not anything refuting us makes me feel very humbled, and I hope I have a great time with his channel from here on till the end of time or till I'm done watching his channel. That being said, he's a nice guy, and I hope he reveres me as the same. And the other person that called me out was Red Triton Gaming, and they've been watching my channel since I did my send in your clips for my end of the year submission video, and we've been watching each other ever since, and they're a great channel. Matter of fact, they're one of the very few Let's Play channels that I can actually watch, because I'm not a connoisseur of the Let's Play, as one would say, but yeah, they are a really good Let's Play channel. Anyway, both of them will be annotated on the front and linked in the description, so just check them out if you can. With that out of the way, let me go ahead and say that this challenge was created by Belcoot to bring everyone within our gaming community closer together and more social, and just let everyone know more about each other. This is done by saying just 10 random facts about yourself, and you basically tag 2 to 3 other people to do the same, and it creates a giant interweb of us learning about each other, which it has. I'm at the very end of this challenge, to be honest. I think it was created by Belcoot, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm at the very end, and I'll see if there's anyone I can tag, at least a couple people. But let's go ahead and dig right into this, because I bet learning more about me has to be interesting for some, but not for others. But hey, that's life. Some people like you, some don't. But enough about how people may or may not perceive me. Let's go ahead and dig right into the challenge. Okay, random fact 1. Other YouTubers have a really hard time saying my YouTube channel the first time.
Next one is Urazaban. Urazaban's been a great supporter for a while now. And a while, I mean, since pretty much last year, October, or even before then, I am not sure.
Alright, before I start here, I also want to thank Urbanize, I think that's how you pronounce his name, for giving me some really cool tips on this game, just helping me out a little bit with it. I'll put your link in the subscription, buddy.
Other YouTubers to do this, and I challenge Urzab, and I challenge Urzabin, if I'm saying that correctly. I'm not sure. As you can tell from this video, I'm dyslexic as all hell.
I hope you will be back with a new video soon, Clumsy, and Ursaban. Thanks for watching, bye bye.
Yup, Splish Splash got it. 40 Splish Splash got it first try. But in all honesty, coming back from the jokative state, honestly, most YouTubers really do struggle saying my name the first time for a video, or they mess it up bad or anything, but it's just a small irk, then in the grand scheme of everything, it's just nothing. It's just nice to finally see someone get it right the first try, and I'm just glad that 40 finally did that, so thank you, 40 Splish Splash. Fact 2, I'm actually a very big history buff, so much to the point to where my teachers back when I was in grade school would call me the young historian because I would do so much research into all of my historical stuff, and I just love learning about history and constantly doing new things with history. And whenever we'd have a class debate, I would pretty much be undefeated because I knew my standpoint so well and could defend my opinion so well to the point to where they couldn't come back at me because I knew so much about the subjects we went over. But at a certain point, I'm not a historian. I just know a lot about history in some areas, and I always acknowledge that there's way more that I can learn, and I just know a small fraction of it, but I'm constantly learning more about history, and I think that's what's really going to put me on the path of being like a historian. I don't know if I ever will be. But yes, I do love history. A matter of fact, I actually am about to start reading A History of Narrative Film written by David A. Cook, because everyone told me it was such a great historical book about about the history of how narrative films evolved, and I really want to get into filmmaking, so I'm looking forward to all the historical juicy details. Well, enough creeping you guys out. Let's move on. Now, for the third fact, I actually do really love theatrics. This is a very recent inception for me because I didn't get involved with theatrics up until my final year of grade school, and I was really reluctant to go to it at first, but it was just one of those classes that I basically just had to fit in my schedule my final year. But once I opened up to the class and really gave it my all, I just fell in love with theater, and it helped me deal with social anxiety and a whole bunch of other things, and I really felt like part of a family in there. And I loved theater so much to a point to where I joined the competition team the following semester and did 2 semesters of it in my final year and did all this theater stuff to the point to where I really want to start doing community theater within the next year or so because I just love theatrics that much, and I really want to see if I can make something of it and at least try it out more than just at the high school level. So as of right now, I really love theatrics as far as an art form goes. For the fourth fact, I could basically tell you guys I'm a very avid marksman, which I am. I've done a lot of competition shooting, target shooting, hunting, and a whole bunch of other things with firearms. For me, firearms, when I was growing up, my dad taught me how to use them because he wanted me to be a hunter. And for me, shooting firearms was the few times that I felt free. Like, it actually helped me feel more independent, and I really gained an attachment to it. I feel that everyone who wants to get involved with firearms needs to learn how to handle them properly. I acknowledge that every step of the way, but I feel that everyone who has the access to firearms should have proper use of them. And my favorite long rifle currently is my 243 because I've had the most experience with that, and that's the one that I used to snipe my Battlefield 4 case for my Battlefield 4 review, which a lot of my veteran watchers will remember. But yeah, I'm a very avid marksman. My favorite long rifle was the 243, like I said. I also have a couple shotguns, a couple handguns, and a couple other rifles. But the gun that I want to get next is an SKS carbine that uses the same round as the AK-47, mainly because my dad had one when I was 7, but he sold it. And I really want one again because it was one of my favorite rifles, and I just love the SKS that much. So when I get one, I'm probably going to do like a gun show with it, type video with it kind of deal, because I really want to showcase it. And I guess whenever I use like an SKS in a video game, I can kind of like compare it to the real life one even better now, which I think that'll be really cool if I ever end up getting to do that for a video. But the simple thing is, I really want SKS, and I'm a very avid marksman, and I believe in gun safety, and I think that's a very interesting fact about myself. Now I have the blue for fact 5, so I don't bore you guys to death with humanitarian stuff like I've been doing. My favorite haircut's emo haircuts. Literally, I'm just gonna have this screenshot up of me with an emo haircut. Like, if anyone ever gets to the point to where they do fucking fan art of me, if I ever get that big, which I doubt it, I really fucking doubt it, but if I ever get that big to where they do fan art of me, please do it with me having that emo haircut, because I love emo haircuts that fucking much. Like, I know it's just one of those out of the blue facts, but I feel like you guys could use that in the simple fact that I prefer emo haircuts. how we're drawing off course with these last couple facts, I'll throw another couple facts your way that way. This one being that I'm very into manga and anime. Like, I'm very much in tune with that. I love it as an art form. Like, I find a lot of the art style is beautiful. I love the humor, everything. I have a shit ton of favorite animes too, like Gungrave, Corpse Princess, Claymore, The Dot Hacks. But there are other ones that I didn't really care for, like Sword Art Online, Samurai Gun, Ah Goddess, and a couple others. But there are a shit ton of animes like Police Teacher and stuff that I really love. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about what I could do with anime in the future. I could start doing anime reviews, but I don't think people would really like me in that medium, seeing as how I've just been focusing on games. But fuck it, I guess I could make a rage review on how god-awfully bad Samurai Gun was. Oh dear, well, I don't know if I can do that. You know what? Let me know if you guys want me to rage out about Samurai Gun for a video. I'll do it if you really want me to, for the shits and giggles. Now, I guess seeing as how it's, time for Fact 7, I guess, I can say that I try not to play favorites or be overly biased of games. Like, I really try hard to do that, but I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I never play favorites, or, I'm never biased, or anything like that. Like, there's points where I get slightly into that, but I never go extremely that way. And I think that goes for all human beings with the natural selection as far as preference goes, but yeah, I do my best not to play favorites. Fact 8. Oh god, what can I talk about? There's not really that much interesting stuff about me, to be honest, if you guys aren't bored to death already. But yeah, fact 8, I'm actually bigger into movies than I am games. Like, I will heavily debate everyone about movies and the symbolisms and everything else, or what they were going for with the movie and all that. Hell, I'm so big into movies to where I'll still watch movies off my fucking off of VHS tapes in my VH player that's connected to my HD TV right now. Literally, I have a VHS player connected to my TV where I will watch Mad Max 1 and the original Godzilla and other stuff on it because I love movies that fucking much. And, like, for me, my magnum opus job would be getting any kind of filmmaking career because I would be so fucking happy at where I'd work every day like it was the last day on this earth because I would be incorporating something into cinematic history, and I just feel so fucking proud of myself regardless of whether it was absolute shit or not, that my name would just forever be there. It would be there in cinematic history. And for me, that's the coolest thing ever. Seeing as how I'm just so big into that medium. Seeing as how I'm running out of facts, I guess I'll do a couple of the darker ones that I was hoping to avoid, but hey, we're being social today. I have a skin disease called psoriasis where if I get cut in a certain area, or if I don't treat it right, or if it just doesn't grow back the right way, my body will actually multiply layers upon layers of skin, and it'll look all diseased and weird, and I have that on a couple bad points on my body, and it also does this thing where it makes me look a little bit older than what I am, because whenever people see pictures of me or talk to me in real life, they think I'm like 1 to 2 years older. Like, it's not actually aging me older, just because my body produces layers upon layers of skin like it's a resource factory that just has to keep churning it out. But in all actuality, it doesn't really harm me or do anything, it just makes me look a little bit older than what I am. So yeah, I have psoriasis. Okay, now for the 10th and final fact. Now, I'm actually drawing a lot of blanks here, so I'm going to go ahead and be honest and tell you that I dealt with a lot of dark shit in my childhood, and that's the final fact, that I had a very dark childhood. But I don't want anyone to be sad for that. Like, I'm saying this because I want everyone to know that no matter how bad things get, there's always that other end of the tunnel where things get better. To be able to become successful, you need to know failure. You need to know sadness to know happiness. That's how I feel about it. These hard points in my life, they molded me into the very, ideological person that I am, and it made me actually become a better person because I dealt with all these hardships growing up, and yes, because I had a bad childhood in some areas. Not everything out of my childhood was bad. It was pretty dark most of the time, I'm gonna be honest, but I feel that it made me into the great person that I am today, and everyone should at least know that to some degree. And I don't want anyone to hold any pity for me. For me, this is just something that raises me up and is a badge of honor saying that I was able to overcome. Now, as far as the people I'm going to tag, I researched all the other YouTubers that I know within the community, and the only two that I can find that haven't really been tagged for this have been Scopio, which he's been inactive for a while, so for whatever reason he watches this and makes a video, then that'll be cool to see him finally come up out of the black and make a video. And I'm Rust HD, and I know you didn't do the last one, but maybe you'll do this one. And a quick little reminder, I did do the Q&A challenge for anyone who wants to see that, where I go more into my opinions on other stuff and everything like that. And I'm sorry if this video sounds pretty boring. I recorded this at like 12:27 a.m. and I'm usually in bed by 11, so I probably sound tired as fuck right now. But hey, everyone, have a great day. Bitches.